back. You know, communication is key between a doctor and a patient when it comes to maintaining health, but for pets, unfortunately, they cannot speak for themselves.
Yeah, this means pet owners have an important role to play during their vet visits. Joining us live with some tips on how to talk effectively with your vet is Dr. Bruns with Wellhaven Pet Health. Good morning. Good to see you.
Good morning, Emily and Jenny. Great to see you as well.
Yeah, okay, so I've never thought of it this way, but you say that talking with your vet is a little like talking with a pediatrician, like taking your kids to the doctor.
Right, it is. Sometimes we forget about that, but obviously our pets can't communicate with us. And it would be the same thing like taking, a child to a pediatrician. We have a doctor and a client relationship, but we also have the patient right there in the middle of it. And so our ability to communicate really effectively with each other is key in order to figure out what's going on with your pet's health.
Okay, and so how can you, best be your pet's advocate when you're there at the vet?
Yeah, what a great question that is, because I think that's really a key essential to figure out, how do we really move care forward with our pets? So there's a couple of things that you can do. Little changes in behavior and what they're eating, bathroom habits make a really big, important decision-making process for the veterinarian and for you as well. So paying attention to, again, just those little changes. So maybe it's something different with bathroom habits. Maybe it's how they're eating their food differently. So I always suggest to the clients when you're in the exam room with your doctor, make sure that you talk about those things. Sometimes your doctor may not even ask those questions, but feel free to really stop your veterinarian and explain just little changes that you're seeing.
Okay, that's some good advice. I know my dog Sam always a little nervous when we go to the vet, right? So if there are any questions about behavior or something that he's doing at home, he's probably not going to repeat it at the vet's office. So how can we best kind of explain if something's happening like only certain times of the day?
Yeah, that's a great question as well. And so there's a few tips and tricks that you can do. I mean, obviously keeping journals or records of behavioral changes, it can be really impactful for you. So if you're seeing the opportunity to note what you're seeing during certain times of day, and again, those changes and nuances, great thing is we all usually have some kind of phone with us. So make sure that you take some pictures, some video. Those are really helpful in helping your doctor see what you're seeing at home.
Yeah, no, that is a great suggestion for sure. And so I know like we have a preventive care wellness plan for our dog. How can people really use those to build that relationship with the vet?
Yeah, if your doctor and your veterinarian offers you a wellness plan, those are a great way to go because it allows you to establish a really long-term relationship with your doctor. Most of those wellness plans offer significant opportunities to connect through the year. So we don't want to wait 2 and 3 years before we see your pet. Prevention is the best way to manage those. And so what's great about the wellness plan is you have the opportunity to see your doctor, your pet sees your doctor 2 to 3 times a year. And that allows them to really build a good history and a comprehensive idea of what's going on with your pet.
Well, I know one of the other reasons, that sometimes pets can delay those vet visits, it can be a while before you see them again, is because the owner might be worried about the cost or payments and how expensive it might be to go handle a problem. So how should people bring that up with their veterinarian if they're worried about cost?
Yeah, and that's always something that, is at the center sometimes of all of the visits and what happens in the veterinary hospital. So there's a couple of things. One, we just discussed the wellness plan. Wellness plans are really great to help decrease some of the cost of preventative care. Prevention is absolutely the best medicine when we come to with veterinarians. The second thing is have really authentic conversations with your veterinarian. Sometimes, our goal is to really prescribe and diagnose and give the clients the very best level of medicine that we think is appropriate. And sometimes that may not always be in your budget. Sometimes we don't have to always do everything at that time, at that visit. So having a conversation about what is possible today to move the care forward. And if it's something, for example, maybe dental work that's more expensive than you figured for that particular time, talk to your doctor about a plan. So maybe the veterinarian can do something today and we can postpone something, come back in the future and take care of those items when you're financially ready to be able to take care of what you can that day.
Okay,
Yeah.
some good advice. Well, Dr. Bruns, thanks for the tips. Have a great day.
You too.